Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. I'm going to show you some information that you don't have access to. Obviously, you haven't seen it from anybody else. Now, there's other people that have made videos talking about the, to be kind, ridiculous nature of the Mystic War Chests. So this is a Mystic War Chest video, and I did the math to show you visually how you would calculate your chances of getting whatever tank you want, the Kampfpanzer 07P, because that's what everyone essentially wants because it's not available anywhere else. Or any other tank, it doesn't really matter, but that's really the number one motivator. So I got that for you. And as you can see right here, I got that toy train. Look at that. That thing is a freak. I'm going to pan around, let you guys take a quickie look at it. Look at the size of that monster. It looks cool as heck. And when my friend Fish showed it to me, I'm like, oh my God, dude, that thing is ridiculous. So that was a great investment of 4,000 snowballs, let me tell you. That's just me personally. I have enough to get the other thing that I want, which is the Object 283. I'm going to make a separate video on that one. In fact, I made a separate video on my toy train, but I wanted to mention it to you here since it pops up and shows up here. So let me get the info for you, and I'm going to explain this to you. It's pretty basic stuff. Okay, I wrote this up with a Sharpie marker so it could be easily read on any reasonably sized screen. And this is your Mystic Chest odds. And I'm going to explain it to you so simply that you'll understand why these other guys went 8 with good, good cause. Okay, so the basic thing goes like this. The Yule chest, you know this, 0.5%, 0.5%, which is equivalent to 1 out of 200. And then the silver chests, have a 2.5% or 1 out of 40. Those are your odds, okay, to get a Mystic chest out of either Yule chests or silver chests, whatever you can afford. Now, go down to the bottom half to see Yule chest odds. The Yule chest odds for any tank that you want to get is as follows at the very bottom. It says 1 divided by 200 multiplied times 1 divided by, and your equation is 30 minus X. What the X means is you count your prize tanks that you have. There's 30 Mystic Premium prize tanks, right? 3 of those are brand new. The Object 283, T-54, and the Kampfpanzer 07. Those 3 are brand new. So the best case you could have starting from scratch would be 27 of the 30. All right? And so the next one you get would be one of those 3. But anyway, you count up your number of prizes. And that is what the X number is. So if you have 10 prizes, your X will be 10. If you have 20 prize tanks, the answer would be 20. And you just plug it right in. So what you would have is 30 minus X. Let's make it simple. Say you have 10 prize tanks, okay? So 30 minus X will be 20. So your odds for any single chest of a Yule chest to have a Mystic chest, it'll be 1 divided by 200 times 1 divided by 20, which means 1 out of 4,000 chances. It's not good, okay? Now, if you had 10 of those chests, it'll be that 1 divided by 4,000 times 10. So it'll be 1 out of 400. It's really basic stuff, not difficult to figure. Now, let's go look at the silver chest. Silver chest, for your one specific prize tank, you'd have 1 divided by 40, which is your general odds of your silver chest, multiplied times 1 divided by 30 minus X, which X is 10, for example. So 1 out of 20. So your chances are 1 out of 800 times however many chests you get. If you had 10 chests, it'd be 1 out of 80. If you bought a 20 pack of silver chest, it would be 20 divided by 800, which would be 1 out of 40. All right, 2.5% chance that you're going to get that tank. Now, that's just the way it is. That makes it simple to calculate. So if you only have 5, 10 prize tanks total, it's not good. You're not getting. If you want a comp Panzer, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. That's why these guys went 8. Okay, if you had 0 prizes in the Mystic, chest, your Yule chest odds would be 1 in 6,000. It's horrible. If you had 0 of those prizes, your silver chest odds would be 1 out of 1,200. The Yule chest odds are terrible, essentially, because the silver chest odds are 5 times more likely for whatever prizes you have. So if you had every tank except 1 in the prizes, well, then you'd just plug in the math. X would be 29, and so if you look at the silver chest, it'd be 1 divided by 40 times 1 divided by 1. 30 minus 29 is 1. So you'd have basically a 1 in 40 chance of pulling it from a silver box, a Mystic chest. Because if you pulled a Mystic chest from a silver box and you had every tank but 1, it's going to be in that box, theoretically, according to what they tell us. But are they honest or not? That's another story. I can't answer that question for you specifically in this scenario. And let's just say their honesty in the past has been questionable at best. And I'm being kind when I say that. So this is why those guys have complained about it. And, I call it the scummy scam. That's what it is. The scummy Mystic chest scam. Now, I didn't really look at this earlier because I wasn't really worried about that tank. But I was asked by Bernie, he's like, what are the odds of getting it? And I'm like, okay, I gave him the basic odds, but I'm like, well, actually, I was giving him the odds for if X was 0. I knew how to calculate the odds, and I realized, well, you know what? Some people are going to have more than 0. Some people are going to have a lot more than 0 prizes. So, like Bernie, he probably has 25 or more of those. So if he has only 25, for him, 30 minus X would be 5. So he'd have silver chest odds would be 1 divided by 40 times 1 divided by 5. So it's a 1 in 200. It isn't great. Those aren't great odds, even when you have 25 of the prize tanks. So for him, it's kind of, I wouldn't be banking on that comp Panzer. But hey, anything is good. He did get a Mystic box, and he got a T-54 out of it, which is one of the new tanks. So that's the deal there. But I wanted to show you the mathematical formula of how you would calculate this, because nobody else has the ability to do it on their own, I wager, or knows it, or they don't know anyone who has done it for them. I'm sure they know somebody. Some of these guys have to know somebody who can do this. I mean, I graduated, with a university math degree. It's just algebra. It's nothing super special to me. But you gotta be good, But I could have done this kind of work when I was in high school because I was good early. So it's just one of those things that is the deal. That's the answer. So this is a clip. It's been paused right here from my Mystic War Chest that I got because Bernie gave me a 20-pack of silver chests for Christmas, which I was very thankful to receive. And so in those 20, I got super lucky and got 2 war chests, Mystic War chests, that is, which objectively, my chances were not good to get one. Normally, it's, you get 1 out of 40. I had half of 40, but got 2. So, I was just, my luck was superb in that regard, that I got 2 of those out of 20 silver boxes. So, needless to say, I thanked him profusely because it was just awesome. But I wanted to show you, what I had, et cetera, et cetera. So you get a general drift for what's going on. And it's like, I got 2 tanks I didn't have. I'll just play it for you. Okay, so that was my 2 Mystic War chests. And I mean, I haven't gotten close. I did have a few. I've had a few Yule war chests from the dailies that had silver chests in them, but none of them cashed out with a Mystic War chest, because I always record my openings of chests, because you never know. Cross your fingers. But this is, the breakdown mathematically of the scummy scam, which, it costs a fortune if you do the math. I mean, it's ridiculous, the amount of chests you'd have to buy. And now that is just for the average, okay? For a silver chest, the average is 1 out of 40 will have a Mystic War chest. And then it depends on how many prizes you have in your possession, on your account, as to what you're going to get, as a result. Now, obviously, I didn't have the Char Future, and I did not have the double tap. So, I was cool. I wasn't complaining. I didn't think I was going to get Mystic War chest ever, to be honest. I wasn't expecting Bernie to, give me such a fantastic gift. So I was super thankful. And like I said, I wasn't thinking about it. I rarely play tier 10s. So Kampfpanzer, I'm like, yeah, it exists. It's a tier 10. I don't care. I'm not a heavy tank guy, number 1. And number 2, I'm not a tier 10 playing guy. Those games to me are long and boring. I don't like them. I'd much rather play Cold War than tier 10. So I didn't really think about it until I was quizzed. I mean, I saw some of the other videos that those guys had made about the Mystic War chest. Specifically, one of the best videos I saw was Slap-a-Fish. He did one where he had 50 Yule chests and 50 silver chests, but he did not have access to my formula to calculate what his odds were of getting it. He knew that was, his best chances, whatever. He got 2 Mystic chests out of 100, 50 Yule, 50 silver, which is, that's pretty close to being the number he should have gotten. He maybe should have gotten more. Nah, yeah, really 3.5. I didn't have done the full math on it, but he was close. He got 2 chests out of 2 mystics out of that. He didn't look thrilled with the result. Let me tell you that. He was. I think this is my opinion. I don't know. I've never talked to him. Seems like a nice guy, but he didn't seem thrilled with 2. His expectations should have been 3, maybe close to 4. I'm not sure exactly. 3 for sure. But he wasn't thrilled with the result. I can tell you that. But this is an opinion. I don't know personally. It's just from what I observed. So all I can say is if you somehow have a ton of the prizes built up over time that are in the Mystic War Chest, the more prizes you have, the more chances you have of getting whatever prize tank in there that you want. And if it's the Kampf Panzer, more power to you. You know, whatever floats your boat. So pretty much this is the end of my scummy scam video where I give you the information, let you figure out for yourself, you know, whatever. Objectively speaking, it's a slimy thing to do because the people who collect tanks in this game, I don't know why they do it, but that's their business. It's not my business. I don't. I just play whatever I like to play. Okay. You have your own opinion. Like I say, it's chocolate or vanilla or strawberry or tutti frutti ice cream, whatever flavor floats your boat, go with it. So I didn't think about it because it wasn't my flavor, you know, until I was quizzed by Bernie about it because he wanted to know and he knew I could figure it out. So we have Bernie to thank as a group for making this video because he quizzed me about it this morning. And I have Bernie to thank for my 2 Mystic War Chests. So, I mean, I can't complain at all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you learned from it really so you could, you know, use my math to help you out there on your calculations if you're considering it, what have you. Hope you enjoyed the toy train. That was fantastic. I wasn't really anticipating doing that, but it came up and I'm like, okay, it's in the video. Fantastic. So I look forward to seeing you guys in another video. I have plenty more that I'm working on. And as always, I will see you later. Like and subscribe.